YouTube, people of YouTube, what's going on? This is DMA 112790, and this is going to be a new interview show that I'm going to be doing. I don't have a name for this yet. I think I'm going to call it like the DMA Wrestling interview show or something like that. Um, and basically, I'm going to give you guys wrestling questions. Whoever wants to be in the show, I'm going to give you guys wrestling questions. You know, your thoughts on the current industries right now, TNA, WWE, stuff like that. And I am truly honored to have as my first guest on this show, Ryansousa Forever 18 or whatever your YouTube name is. I'm not sure, but Ryansousa, everybody, welcome.
Thank you, DMA. It's an honor to be here, and to correct you, it's just Ryansousa18.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so what are your opinions on the whole Hornswoggle thing?
Oh man, WWE had a year or two to plan this. They could have chose anyone, and out of all the people, they would have to choose the Leprechaun Hornswoggle. I mean, it was just bad for business.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and my whole thing is that they ignored this for, I think they started this in 2010 and they ended it in 2011. I'm not sure, but it was really, really late for this. If they would have done this in 2011, that would have been better. But to have the idea of Fitley's little bastard, okay, being Hornswoggle, being the general manager of Raw was just a dumb idea. I think they could have, maybe done something a little bit better. In my personal opinion, they could have brought a legend back like Dusty Rhodes or Shawn Michaels or somebody like that, or somebody, not Hornswoggle. I just find that really kiddie and stupid that they would do something like that. So that's it with that. The next thing, your whole opinion on Raw now being 3 hours. What's your opinion on Raw being 3 hours?
Well, what do I start off by saying? Well, first of all, it's a bad idea because Raw can't even be held on for 2 hours because they have to always scramble for matches and promos and segments. And also, I mean, it should only be on special occasions like they do now, like the 1,000th episode of Raw, which would be in 2 weeks, and stuff like that. But pretty much, it's a bad idea. I mean, I'm not completely against it. I mean, I guess if you want to say it's kind of good for business, but in the sense it's more worse for business.
Yeah, I agree. Like, they can't fit. Like, how are they gonna fit like all that stuff into 3 hours? You know what I mean? They already have a lot of stuff for 2 hours. How are they gonna fit everything for 3 hours? It's ridiculous in my opinion, anyway. Um, okay, now I want your thoughts now on the whole AJ thing. And I haven't been watching the whole AJ Lee thing, so if you could kind of fill me in on that, and then would you give your opinion on that? I would really appreciate it.
Alright, so pretty much, let's see, AJ Lee started off going out with Daniel Bryan pretty much in early 2010 into 2011, and then when Daniel Bryan had broke up with her, probably like a week after WrestleMania, she got very upset and she tried to look for a way to try to get him back. And then she went on this psychotic path, screwing over Daniel Bryan in matches with CM Punk and then Kane, and then that's how Kane got involved, and then she would kiss Kane, and then now we're over here where every week she's either kissing Daniel Bryan or she's kissing CM Punk. And then the Sunday we have is she's going to be the special guest referee. And my thoughts on it, I mean, it's good for her gimmick because, I mean, she's not really the best wrestler or the best diva I've ever seen in my life. I mean, she's a good-looking girl and all, but, I mean, this angle right now is really helping her gimmick, and I'm really enjoying it right now.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I know about the whole Daniel Bryan and CM Punk thing. That should be an awesome match. But, okay, now I'm gonna have to give you your thoughts on TNA recently. What are your thoughts on TNA recently?
I love the way that they're going right now. I mean, the storylines I'm starting to understand better than before. I'm actually watching TNA more than I used to. I love the fact that Austin Aries is TNA champ. Um, the X Division is starting to heat up once again, and I'm really enjoying TNA. So yeah.
That's good. All right, now this is going to be a part of the show. Everybody that's listening, that's going to be kind of random. I'm just going to throw questions in to Ryansousa, and he's going to answer them. First question: who is your favorite wrestler?
My favorite wrestler of all time is The Undertaker. I've always been a long time fan of him, and I mean the streak and just everything ever since he started off back in in the late '80s, with the Kane, The Undertaker, and then going into the WCW as me and Mark, and then coming into the WWE as The Undertaker. So I really enjoy watching The Undertaker, and we'll see who's going to be his WrestleMania 29 opponent, whether it be John Cena, The Rock, or Brock Lesnar.
Okay, what Money in the Bank ladder match would you say was the best Money in the Bank ladder match so far?
The best Money in the Bank ladder match. This is a tough one. I really like. Oh no, let me see. I really like his WrestleMania 22 when Rob Van Dam won it. That was a pretty good Money in the Bank ladder match. You had a lot of high flyers involved. You had Rob Van Dam, Shelton Benjamin. I'm trying to remember the names off my head.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, Finlay was a part of that.
Yep.
I like that one, and also I like this WrestleMania 26. With again Shelton Benjamin, you had Carlito in the match, and then you also had Shelton Benjamin going through a ladder outside the ring, so that was pretty epic as well.
Yep.
And also WrestleMania 23 with Jeff Hardy landing on top of Edge after going on top of that 20-foot ladder. That was epic.
Yeah.
So that's probably my favorite Money in the Bank ladder matches.
Okay, what is your favorite WrestleMania match / moment?
My favorite WrestleMania match / moment. WrestleMania match. I would have to say, even though it's different eras, I would have to say it's going to be The Rock versus Hulk Hogan. I mean, Icon versus Icon, where Hulk Hogan had passed the torch to The Rock back in 2002 at WrestleMania 18 at the Sky Dome. So that's probably my greatest moment, especially the handshake at the end of the match to show that The Rock is the newest icon in the business. Of course, at that time, now we have John Cena.
Yeah. Stale John Cena, but anyway.
Yeah, stale John Cena, but that fruity couple, he'll go down one day. We'll see a new star.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll Ziggler or Cody Rhodes.
I hope to God. And speaking of that, what was your opinion? I know this is kind of random, but what was your opinion on the whole Rock versus Cena feud that happened in 2011?
I didn't really get why they had to start it off like right after The Rock had returned. Nothing was really set in stone yet for their match until the announcement was actually made. And then, the rap battles were funny. The Rock concert was very hilarious. I love the angle, but it was just way too long too long for a match due to the fact that The Rock has movies, and John Cena also has to feud with other superstars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is going to be part of my final question. What TNA wrestler would you see coming into WWE?
Let's see. What TNA wrestler I see coming into WWE? It's not really a lot of talent that would leave. But I always wanted to see this AJ Styles come to WWE.
Thank you.
I was thinking about one day, maybe AJ Styles would come to WWE. But, he's a diehard TNA fan. He's always been there since day one.
I can understand that, but now this is going to be another question. My dream match would always want to be Shawn Michaels versus AJ Styles. What would be your dream match that you would love to see?
With WWE and TNA mixed, or?
Yeah, WWE and TNA mixed.
Let's see. I would have to say let's see. I would. Let's see. This is a tough one.
Yeah, I know.
So many superstars to think of. probably want to see is, maybe Abyss versus Kane. The two, very dark in characters going in. Even though Abyss is a big guy, he's 50 pounds, but yeah, I think that would be a good match. If it's like a monsters brawl or something like that, very violent match.
I know that you already made a video on this, but I have to say this. Zack Ryder recently got into a car accident.
Yeah.
And what is your thoughts about that?
It was actually very shocking. When I read it last night and when I did the video, I was very shocked. I mean, also Dolph Ziggler and ring announcer Justin Roberts were involved in the accident. And Zack Ryder is apparently doing well. Apparently, when they got hit, Zack Ryder landed actually all the way to the limousine's couch and actually hit his neck on the couch, and has been having neck pains. But he said he'll be fine, and if he does have a match at Money in the Bank, I guess he'll be ready for that.
All right, now this is going to be my last question. Where do you see WWE and TNA in 5 years? And who do you see becoming the World Heavyweight Champion, the WWE Champion, and the TNA World Heavyweight Champion?
Alright, let's see. TNA in 5 years, I can guarantee you we'll see a lot of great talent in the future. Hopefully they can elevate their status in the next 5 years, and I would love to see that. WWE, I think they'll always stay the same. I don't think anything would change unless, we also have the WWE Network coming in later this year, so if that goes through, then we'll see WWE on WWE Network. But I don't really see a change in WWE. TNA, I see them elevating a lot in these next 5 years, and probably the WWE Champion I want to see is probably Dolph Ziggler, and then the World Heavyweight Champion I would have to say is Cody Rhodes, because I think those two guys, they're young, they're very young, and they still have a lot going for them.
Alright, well, that's about it. Guys, subscribe to Ryansousa18's channel, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel, DMA 2790. And yeah, this is about it. So I thank you guys for watching this, and that's about it. So I'll see you guys next time.